All right, ladies, I have been working so hard on a few things, and I think I've got them sort of close to sharing with you. So if you're anything like me, if you can, numbers is my thing. And if you can see numbers while you are um, working, then I tend to usually work more efficiently. I've been doing the books for our family ranch since I was about 15. And then I continued doing the books, and numbers are my thing. And now my job is running budgets for two separate clinics in a correctional facility. So big numbers, lots of numbers. And if you were to ask my math teacher in high school, she would have never guessed I'd be a numbers person. But so here's the deal. I had this great idea that I noticed that when I'm running really, really hard, I tend to check my back office all the time. And I'm checking to see that little thing rise up, see my number, see my team. And whether that works for you, that's great. I created a couple of spreadsheets that are a little bit easier. One spreadsheet, you can go ahead and watch your team and see their numbers and see where they're at. In relation for last month and this month, whatever. And then I create another spreadsheet that you can go in and click that I need this much money this month, and it'll give you a graph of what you want, how much you are making, how much your team is making. Because for me, at the end of the month and up until the 8th, I really don't know what my month-end commissions are going to be, my royalties from my team, until it's there, because circles pay different than my circle and your circle, and depending on how many people you've got and how many are third, second generation. So I think I've got it figured out, but I've got a couple of spreadsheets. I'm going to show them to you right now. If you guys want to use them, you sure can. Send me a message. I'll share them with you. And I'm also making one for parties, because also parties are my weak link. And I feel like if I were to track these parties in something like this, a spreadsheet, a tracker, and see, where it's at in relation to my commissions, my income, and plus I would be able to see them, then I wouldn't be able to forget, and it'd help me be more accountable on those parties. So that's my brainstorming. I will show you now my couple of spreadsheets. I'll walk them through so you can see whether you want them or not. All right. Let's see if we can bring it up. All righty. I think if you guys can see this, I've got my Facebook. So presenter tracking. This is what I got in here. It's got the overview. So it's got each month. You go ahead and you click in what these are irrelevant numbers. Nobody, this isn't really what those people had made. So each one of these people, let me see if I got my, oh, I hope you guys can see this. All right, so these are not real numbers, but these are some of my team. So you go ahead and you plug in here what each week, I broke it down for weeks so that we can keep on track on what we need to hit a certain rank, and it will update by what they are by the amount that they're getting. So clear, I know, is not really even status, but that's before 125. So say it's the third week of December or whatever, and she's on $500 or makes $599 or whatever. You punch that in there. Oh, and there it goes. So, and then adds, and it's obviously not white, but let's see what here. That formula didn't update. Okay, so that updates. So everything, that will tell you what they are, and then it'll tell you what the team total. So if this is your team, it will say that you're at pink because this is what everybody's making. You can go ahead and click them all down in there. You can also go to each person and you can click through each separate person. It'll tell you where they're at, how much they've made, and blah, 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 blah. So that is that spreadsheet that I made, and I feel like it grabs, here what the rating system is and everything, average sales per week, and then your distribution, how many of each color presenter you have. So as you know, in order to get purple, you need at least one green. In order to get to black, you need at least at least to get purple, you need 2 green. To get to black, you need 4 green. So that will help you keep track of that. So then this is the one I did for the other one. So this has 2 different pages. This is your personal sales commissions. So say you go in here and say, I think if you're pink, you get 25% commissions, and this is what you want to do but that's annual. So remember, 50,000 divided by 12, so that number doesn't seem so crazy. So you come in here and you anticipate that you want to make $1,000. So that means your sales are going to have to be, $1,000. You plug in here that you're going to sell $3,000. Say you have a goal of selling $4,000. So it's updating really slow, and I'm not sure why. And so that's going to give you $1,000 in your personal sales commissions. So then your team royalties, so say you're pink, you get 4% of your circle sales. You go in here and you click that your team is selling $4,500, and that's going to give you expected sales. There we go. Okay, so expected sales is what $6,000 you're going to expect to get 240. So that's 4% of your 6,000. Well, your team only sells 4,500. That's going to give you 180 in circle sales. So then your team royalties are at 182. Your personal sales commissions are at 1,009. So that's going to give you $1,100 for the month. So that will help you. So say you're like, I want to make my mortgage payment. You go in and you plug in what you are going to expect your team, and then expect your own sales. In order to get that, you can keep changing the numbers, plugging them on different, whatever you need to do, so that this number will climb and get what you need to get. Then you've got this page that will help you. And I don't know where my labels went, but this is, so 1,000, this is going to be, so this is what you want. This is where you're at, and this is your circle sales. So for some reason, when it copied over into this Google Docs, it didn't take my labels. So I will fix those labels. But my thing is watching the graph. So go ahead and you plug in what your team is selling, and you're running for a night. You plug in those numbers, and this graph is growing, and you know that that's the one that you want to get because that's what you're anticipating on getting. Say you need $1,100 for your mortgage, or $2,000 to make your paycheck so you don't have to go to work anymore, and you're sitting there watching that climb, and you know where you're at, which would be really awesome. If that green one started going past it, then you know where you're at, so you can put it in for each month. It'll be really nice to watch how, like I said, I'm pretty competitive, so that's going to help me out quite a bit. You can make one for each one of your team members and watch it for them, or you can do this for yourself. If they're not interested, you can share it with them, whatever. But I've figured, adding those both together will help me out, help me forecast what I'm going to get on the 8th of the month a little bit better than hoping and praying that my circle sales are going to be enough to make what my goal is. So if you guys are interested in that, send me a message. Like I said, I'm going to do a tracker just like this for parties to help keep track of where everything is at and help me stay a little bit more accountable on those, because like I said, that's my weakest link. And I will answer any questions. If you guys have any questions, if you guys are numbers ladies or Google Docs or Excel um, um, geniuses and you want to tweak it, go ahead and tweak it. Share your ideas. But I hope this helps you guys out. And let's see if I can get this to, there we go. So if you guys have any questions, send me a message, drop it below. This will be recorded, so you guys can watch the replay, and I will promise I will be more present. I just switched jobs and have been super planning because that's my fault. Also, I learned that in the Deb Erickson. I'm a sponge. I want to learn everything, but I never apply things. So that's what I'm going to be doing. All right, guys. I have to go run and grab the kids from the school bus, and I will talk to you later.